So back in the summer, we took a road trip to Estonia, the heart of the Baltics. For this trip, I was mostly shooting 35mm, but I was really excited to try out a camera I recently picked up, the Fujica 670. But not as excited as Kika was to be trying out some local cuisine from her home country.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
So I've just loaded a roll of Portra 400 into the Canon A1, and what better way to start than with a classic car. So we started our trip on the north coast, and our plan was to make our way towards the Hammer National Park, stopping off at an old fishing village and a coastal town along the way. Earlier this year, I picked up this roll of Kodak Ultra Color. It's a 400 speed film that was discontinued in around 2007. That means I don't know exactly how old this film is because it didn't come in its box. But assuming it's about 20 years old, I'm going to expose this at a speed of 100, one stop for every decade. Quite curious to see what this is like. I'm going to put this in the GR1s, and the reason is it's very easy to overexpose, underexpose push-pull films because of this exposure compensation wheel here. The one place I didn't put mosquito repellent on is this little gap between the hat and I've already been bitten there. Can't really say that I love this shot. It feels a bit muted, a bit brown, a bit underwhelming. So Kika, our resident forager, what have you found here?
It's the blueberries. Look. It's the best thing about being in Estonia in August.
Now you've done the hard work of gathering
You could get loads from here, there's so much.
Well,
they're a bit refreshing.
pretty sour.
Yeah.
We're both a bit peckish after all this walking, and we're still a little way off from dinner or anywhere we can get dinner from. So we've just come to a 24-hour snack station in Estonia, which is quite an amusing hole-in-the-wall vending machine in what looks like a barn. Is it a barn, Kika? Or?
Could be.
Okay, let's go and see what treats they have on offer. I've completely blocked off the road here. Okay. What are the good options here?
And mosquito spray. Potato waffles, these are excellent. Very nice. And then, oh, you like the messy cup, no?
Yeah,
so
those are really
and
tasty chocolates.
And 37. Ah, that's working. Look, look. Oh, that's exciting.
Is this your first time using a vending machine, Kika?
Yeah. Okay, excellent. One for each.
On our way to the coastal resort town of Võsu, we stopped off in a forest to take some photos at sunset. It's not too difficult to find a forest in Estonia. In fact, about half of the country is covered in forest. Just going to check that. ChatGPT.
I love ChatGPT. I love it.
Is it true that half of Estonia is covered in forest? Yes, that's correct. Great. We got to the town of Wisu and the low sun was looking fantastic. Even though the town was at the peak of the tourist season, it still felt very calm and relaxing. I don't think there's a better way to end a summer evening than taking a walk along a beach at sunset. I think we can stay here for another 15 minutes and get 1 or 2 shots of the sunset for quite a nice fluorescent filter, which just brings out the magenta-y purple hues, which might be quite nice to try. And try I did, but to be completely honest, I took the same shot without the filter and they both look exactly the same, as the magenta hue is probably being offset when I scan the film. The next morning we woke up before sunrise, which is no easy feat in the height of summer. Unfortunately, despite waking up at 4 AM, we got there just a little bit too late as the fog was lifting. So in my search for the perfect medium format travel camera, excluding things like the Mamiya 7 for price reasons, I recently picked up a Fujica GM670, which is a completely mechanical rangefinder. So the first roll of film that I'm going to shoot in here is Kodak Ektar 100. So I'm going to take this shot at f8 and a shutter speed of 125/1. Here's the thing about Kodak Ektar. When it lands, it really lands. When it doesn't, it just seems to be too red, too saturated. Probably be careful if you came here in the dark, because quite easy to fall not knowing what's underneath your feet and land in what looks like cesspit. On this route there's this abandoned dam. I always find it interesting to see the different ways that nature re-emerges through very man-made structures. And it almost feels like you're in a long-lost civilization, even though this dam is probably only decades old. So I've been waiting for the sun to come out, because when it does, a beam of light just comes through that broken part of the chute there and just adds more depth. It also hits the top of the moss, which gives some lighter green highlights as well. So we've come down to the southwest of Estonia, leaving behind the north coast, and we're in a town called Pärnu. Is that how you pronounce it, Kika? Pärnu. Yeah, Pärnu. And it's a holiday resort town, so it's quite a tranquil place. It's on the coast again. The sun is very low, so we're going to take a little walk around. What I really like about this area is the architecture. So we'll try and capture a few shots before sunset. Classic.
Yes, stop there. These are them.
People. This one definitely looks a little bit underexposed, even though I was overexposing it 2 stops to take into consideration the fact that it's so old. However, this next shot is probably my favourite of the entire trip. There's something so nostalgic and warm about the tones here.
We're in front of Pizza Stefani, and oh, look at that. Can you see?
Don't think we saw that.
Ah, it's beautiful. Ah, it's a shame. To put it short, it's a pizza place, and if you haven't been to Pizza Stefani, I doubt that you really have actually properly been to Pärnu. Tere! Kas lihtsalt võtame laua? Yeah, just pick an empty table.
After 20 minutes waiting for you to decide what pizzas you wanted, we were informed that there was a waiting time of how long?
20 minutes.
How come
You got a pan pizza?
controversial? But I had a pan pizza. Basically, it's a margarita but with pineapple. So
Is that what you always get?
that's what I always get.
So we're back at our accommodation now. Oh dear. And I just spotted this house which is lit by the street lamp. I thought that looked pretty interesting. The sounds you can hear in the background are from a kids' playground where helpfully they've installed some musical instruments, very loud musical instruments, and the park doesn't close at all. So that's something to look forward to later this evening. So this is going...
Because we live next to it?
Yeah, because we live next to it, yeah. I really like how this turned out, and considering that it's a low-speed film, this Fuji C200 Kodak Gold actually performed really well at night. I think I'll end the video here as a very noisy truck has just pulled up outside. But I'll just say before I go, if you've made it this far, please consider subscribing if you don't already. There are 3 videos in the pipeline: a road trip video through Norway, another road trip video through Banff, Canada, and also a comparison video where I compare my 8 favourite Pocketable compact 35mm cameras. So if you have a preference as to which one you'd like to see next, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll prioritise that film. Thanks very much.